Hello, and welcome back to Cape Corner, where we explore the history, story, and cultural impact of a different character or group every episode. I'm Blue,
And I'm Jay.
and we will be your hosts as we take this journey together. I put up a poll on the Cape Corner Discord. Feel free to join. You can vote in polls. And um, I don't know why I was in my brain. I was like, it's got to be a video game character because I forgot we could have done an anime character, but for whatever reason, I put up video game characters, and Mario came in second place. But today we will be talking about the intergalactic bounty hunter known as Samus Aran. Um, and you know, like I'm off work right now. Like I got a little 10-day vacation. It's nice. Christmas was yesterday. I've been a little bit distracted. I really should have checked before I put that poll up if that was a character that either of us knew a decent amount about. Because my knowledge is, I won't say minimal, but it is lacking. And Jay apparently doesn't know what Metroid is.
Yeah,
um,
sorry.
I will give you a little bit of real world backstory that Metroid is a video game from the 80s for the Nintendo Entertainment System. And it is markedly revolutionary in that it's one of the first video games ever where the main protagonist is a woman. Um, and not only is a woman, but is not a extremely sexualized woman. Um, like, in fact, most people didn't know that Samus is a woman because Samus Aran wears a power suit. It's a like red, orange, and yellow, um, completely encased armored suit with like a gun hand and like a green visor on the red helmet. And while while it is it's like slender in some areas, it's pretty bulky, especially in the shoulders and chest area. And people were like, oh, look at this cool space warrior that I'm playing as in this game. Oh, dude, he's so rad. He fires missiles and he shoots lasers and he's fighting this alien race on this like alien planet. It's like if I played an aliens video game, but instead of being a bunch of fucking scrubs who are getting picked off by the xenomorphs, I was a badass. If I was like Boba Fett fighting the aliens, oh, it'd be so cool. And then there was a rumor going around where people were like, "Dude, did you know that Samus is a girl?" People were like, what? Samus is not a fucking girl, you idiots. And they would post this picture of like pixelated Samus Aran wearing a bikini with long blonde hair and boots, and they were like, that can't be real because like the only people who got that were the people that like uh played the game on hardest difficulty and finished it 100%. Like there was like I think 5 different end screens for the game, and that one was the hardest. Samus would appear outside of her armor wearing a little like red bikini outfit,
Wh-
and
When
her
was that game made?
I gotta find it. Come on, where's it? 1986.
Damn, that's actually really impressive for that time to have like multiple different endings like that.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't so much multiple endings. It was just that the like Samus would appear at the end and like face the camera and wave, and the way she looked or like the stuff surrounding her would look different.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't like multiple storylines, but yeah. Um, Still, again, for the mid '80s,
That's
it's
still pretty
is
good.
yeah, it was interesting that people had like different things based on how they play. So Samus is, I got to be careful. I don't want to make this too horny. She is 6'3", uh, has long blonde hair. She usually keeps back in a ponytail. When she is outside of her power suit, she is wearing a skin, in the right word, impossibly form-fitting suit where she looks pretty except with fabric painted on. Um, and like as though that wasn't enough horny fuel for me in Super Smash Brothers, I want to say Ultimate, because like Super Smash Brothers Brawl was the first game where she could actually switch between her power suit and her zero suit, is what it's called, the skin tight one.
Yeah.
Because like Samus has been there since the first Super Smash Brothers game. I think she was she the only girl you could play as in the first Super Smash Brothers game? I gotta
I
look up
wouldn't
the
be
Smash Brothers
surprised
roster.
because Mario, we didn't have a lot of female characters.
Yeah, but she was always in her power armor in the original. Okay, hang on. The original roster was Mario, Donkey Kong, Link, Samus, Yoshi, Kirby, Fox, Pikachu, and the 4 unlockable characters are Luigi, Captain Falcon, Ness, and Jigglypuff. And given that Jigglypuff is a species, despite the fact that it looks, more female, there can be male Jigglypuffs. So yeah, Samus was the only confirmed female character in that original game.
Damn.
Which goes to show what a badass she is. But yeah, in Super Smash Brothers and in Melee, she was always wearing the power armor. But in Brawl, they made it to where when she does her final smash, in her power suit, she fires a massive fucking laser, and it drains all the power out of her power armor, so the power armor falls away, and she turns into Zero Suit Samus. Um, and then when she uses her final smash as Zero Suit Samus, it energizes her enough that she puts the power armor on. So her final smash will always mode change her.
That's cool.
Yeah. So you'd be like, okay, this is already horny enough, right? Nah, because in Ultimate they gave her heels.
How?
Okay?
Yeah. I'm just imagining someone fighting in heels.
It's like here, I'll show you the amiibo of her to show you what I mean. Because like I sent you the wiki page,
Yeah,
so
I
you
have
can
that
look
open.
at stuff. But this is the specific image to show what I mean. It's like sci-fi heels, and they apparently help her with like jumping and stuff. But it's definitely still high heels.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's high heels.
Oh, and I should also say the red, orange, and yellow outfit is her classic outfit, but with Metroid Dread having recently come out, which again, Jay apparently somehow went this entire 2021 without hearing about Metroid Dread.
Yeah. I don't know how, but I did.
This is the new armor look for Samus. It's like a metallic blue, white, and red.
I
But
like
like,
that.
I wouldn't say that it looks like an American thing because the blue is different. The white borders more on silverish, and like there's also the green and the black and the yellow from her visor, her lights, and her gun hand.
Yeah.
So it looks. I mean, I guess the best way I could put it is it looks like an alien color scheme, which is fitting because I'm pretty sure her suit is made out of alien tech.
Oh, is it?
Yes. So at the very least, I know her body has actually been genetically modified. So she, uh, okay, she was born on an Earth colony called K2L, and after its destruction, she was raised on Zebes by the Chozo. The Chozo are like bird aliens. Like they've got beaks and they've got talons, right? So she actually did get infused with Chozo DNA. So as a result, uh, I believe the Chozo DNA made her more agile, which is good for a bounty hunter.
Mm.
Um, and it also it affected her skeletal structure to where she's much more flexible, um, because in her power suit, one of her most famous moves is turning into what's called the morph ball, where she just she tucks in on herself and she becomes a ball. Not
Wait,
like not like
seriously?
an arm not like an armored lump, like how someone wearing a suit of armor would be. No, like a perfect sphere.
That's
And
impressive.
she's yeah, the amount of flexibility you have to get that perfect, like I'm sure her armor is designed to do it, right? But
Mm.
still, how tight you have to tuck in to do that, holy shit. So she uh she can roll around in morph ball form to squeeze through incredibly small spaces she couldn't otherwise get through, and she can drop bombs while she's in morph ball form or just roll into enemies like a fucking bowling ball. um her gun hand has multiple different modes. It can fire lasers, and I believe she can also fire like spread lasers, like that. So the fire pattern would take the shape of like a pitchfork, basically. Like one shot comes out, then it goes 90 degrees out in both directions, and then 90 degrees back forward. So that there's now two shots.
Mm.
Um, I think that's one of the things she can do. She can fire a freeze beam. I do know that. She can fire missiles and other ballistic ammunition. She can fire a grapple hook from her gun hand, and she can use that to swing around. Um, she's also got smart bombs, which, again, if you played Smash, I could explain it to you, but you don't. So it's a type of bomb that makes like a really slow explosion, like an energy field that goes outward. And if you get trapped in the field, like it's just like as it goes outward until finally it launches you away.
All right.
So it's like cumulative damage. I should say that in addition to her power suit and her zero suit, she also has a gunship. Um, it's her own personal spaceship that she flies around in. It looks a lot like her helmet, which is very funny. Um, but uh, I guess you may be wondering, hey, if Samus is like half lady, half Chozo, and she's some sexy 6'3" Amazonas woman, and she's got all these cool gadgets, and she's a bounty hunter and everything. Well, why is the series called Metroid? What's a Metroid? And I'll tell you, a Metroid is the first alien race that we see her fight. Um, they're like, how do I describe them? They're like jellyfish with teeth. Uh, I'm trying to pull up the page on them. Here we go. Metroid species, the titular characters of the Metroid series. Yeah, they're like floating. They're like floating bulbs with like big spikes coming down off of the bottom of them, and they are led by a creature named Mother Brain, which is sort of like the queen bee Metroid. And what the Metroids do, from what I understand, they like grab onto you, they bite into you, and they like suck you dry of all of your fluids and like energy and stuff. Like they can either like eat a person, or they can drain the energy out of systems. Um, and they're a parasitic race that are a major threat. And I believe in the first Metroid game, what happens is that Samus crash lands on a planet with Metroids, and she has to get rid of them so that she can actually like get off the planet. And she ultimately goes one on one with Mother Brain at the end of the game, defeats it, and it seems like everything's fine up until uh, I believe in Metroid 2. I think that's what it's called. There's an issue where I'm betting that you never saw the old late 90s Godzilla cartoon series, did you?
No.
They kind of do a similar thing with that. In that Godzilla series, it's a sequel to the 1998 Godzilla movie where they killed Godzilla at the end of it, but there was like a bunch of eggs. And so in the cartoon series, they find the eggs. One of them hatches, and the main character dude, who was Matthew Broderick in the movie, um, like the baby Godzilla imprints on him, and so it considers him its parent. And so when it inevitably grows up to be another giant Godzilla, if he uses it to defend the city.
That's
And
awesome.
so, yeah, Godzilla winds up becoming a force for good, fighting other monsters in that show. Uh, yeah, Samus happens upon an egg which hatches, and it's a baby Metroid, and it imprints on her, and it becomes like her pet. And there's a lot of fan art of Zero Suit Samus just sitting around, and this little Metroid floats over, and it like, you know how cats like when they really like you, sometimes they'll sort of nibble on you, but they'll never really chomp. They won't bite.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it just latches onto her with its little teeth, and she's just like thinks it's the cutest little thing. Like she just pets it and shit. So she winds up with one of these pet Metroids. um, there's been a bunch of crazy space missions she's gone on. They're all like sci-fi horror type things, right? Like
Hmm.
it doesn't focus so much on the horror aspect, but more of the you're a grizzled bounty hunter navigating the dark, drippy, damp corridor of a derelict spaceship, and there's some sort of alien monstrosity in here, and it thinks it's hunting you, but really you're hunting it. It's got that kind of vibe, right? Um,
Okay.
she has fought Ridley, which is a giant pterodactyl dragon alien. Like, okay, imagine a pterodactyl. You know what that is, right? Like the dinosaur.
Yeah.
Imagine a pterodactyl with like scales and fire breath similar to a dragon, and it's just really fucking big. Um, she fights that. That is actually so considered like one of her big arch nemesis that Ridley became playable in Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. Um,
Really.
yes, he actually is big too. You you're just a big boy when you play as him. Apparently, um, I think he's like the biggest character you can play as. He's bigger than Bowser. Um,
Damn.
uh, there's been there was a game series for the GameCube called Metroid Other M, and in that, I believe that was the first time Dark Samus appeared. I don't really know what the deal is with Dark Samus, so I'm gonna look that up real quick.
I gotta ask, what is
Yes.
Nintendo's fascination with making their characters have a dark side, like Dark Link and shit like that?
They did it with Mario too. There's fucking
Yeah.
What's he called? He's like the gross oil Mario from fucking Super Mario Sunshine.
Is it Wario?
No,
No.
I mean sure, there's Wario, but I was talking like specifically. There's like a Mario made of pollution in Super Mario Sunshine.
Oh, that's gross.
Yeah, like one of the activities that you have to do in that game is that you have to clean all of these graffiti M's that are painted all over the place using your water cannon. And it's like the evil Mario that was painting them.
Ah,
Um it just says Dark Samus was a being of Phazon, whatever that is, taking on the form of Samus Aran and the reincarnation of the organism known as Metroid Prime. Okay. Oh, I guess it appeared in the Metroid Prime games, my bad.
oh, okay.
But like to what Dark Samus looks like, because it is dope. Again, I'm trying not to be too horny. I'll stop. I'll stop that thought halfway through. Uh there you go. That's what Dark Samus looks like.
It gives me Ultron vibes.
Right? Um I think this is like what the original design of Dark Samus was. I could be wrong, but it might just be an alternate form. But regardless, uh, like the clawed feet definitely make it, and the clawed hand makes it look more monstrous. As does the like the shoulder bumps have like holes in them now, and you can see like an energy field inside. It's
Mm,
very upset. It looks like it has veins in the suit.
it
It's
does, yeah.
very it's very scary.
Looks
Um,
badass though.
yeah, and it's like if you've gone through all of these games and you're like nothing can stop Samus. It's like yeah, well that's the problem now, isn't it? Because now you got to fight Samus. She's like oh shit. Um, as far as I'm aware, Dark Samus does sort of fill the role of like the horror monster. Like it's like the pyramid head of this game for these
Okay.
games. Like Dark Samus, whenever it pops up, you're just like, oh shit. um I feel bad. I feel bad because I don't know nearly enough about this character. I know her on such like a baseline level. A lot of what I learned is from Death Battle. I guess I could say she appeared in the first ever Death Battle, for what that's worth.
Yeah. I
It
like
was
Death Battle,
Samus.
but I don't think I've ever seen that one.
It was Samus versus Boba Fett, and they actually did it twice. It was their first episode, and then they redid it when they had like a higher budget. So
Who
they
won?
went from like pixel things to like actual 3D models. Um, I guess I can use this as an opportunity to just remind everyone, hey, watch Death Battle if you want. Definitely don't take what they say as gospel because they will cherry pick their information to suit their own shit. They present themselves as factual. They're not. They're you're fucking idiots. Don't take it too seriously. Fucking applying Super Saiyan modifiers to base level Goku and being like, yeah, that's how strong you would be. Or Super Saiyan modifiers to Saiyan Saga Goku, I meant. But yeah, yeah, I'm sure he didn't get at all stronger in his main body in the fucking 20 years that passed after that. Whatever. Anyway, uh, the point is they claim to be about facts. They're really about entertainment. So you just got to deal with that. And I like Kirby, but no, Kirby wouldn't fucking beat Majin Buu. They have a clear bias against anime. That's all I'm saying. They're like, well, if Kirby ate him, it would be all over. Well, one of them could scream and open holes in dimensions. So what's to say they couldn't leave his pocket universe anyway? Okay, I'm done. I swear. Look, I'm trying not to fucking rant about how much Death Battle sucks, but the problem is I have very little to latch on to with Samus, so this is probably going to be a very short episode. Like what else do I know about Samus? Uh, uh, there's another villain that Samus fights called Kraid, which is a little bit more dragon-like. And he's fucking enormous. Uh, there's a okay, you know Game Grumps, right?
Yeah.
Uh, Aaron and Dan from Game Grumps, as well as Ninja Brian from Ninja Sex Party, which is Dan's band. The three of them got together to make another band called Starbomb, which they do all video game related songs. And they have one called Regretroid, um, which there's a line where Kraid shows up and he's just like, I'm the strongest dragon that you've ever seen. You're gonna die, motherfucker. I take up 5 screens. Uh, it's really good because like that was always one of the big things where he was so big that it was like, um, you had to jump up platforms to see his face because you could actually go up and down to like see the entirety of his body.
Damn.
Yeah. Um, like when you fought Mother Brain in the first game, it was just a single room without like a panning camera. And so even though Mother Brain was big, like she took up the entire wall, you could still see her without like having to move.
Hmm.
But Kraid, I believe you actually had to like vertically like ascend to see all of him. So, uh, yeah, I don't really know what too much of what there is to say. Samus can beat anyone's ass outside of her suit, and she can fight giant dragon aliens when she's in her suit. She is one of the coolest characters. She's very pretty, and she fights fucking abominations that turn into like dark clones of herself. Um, you know, you mentioned it, and I can't help but think Nintendo really does do a lot of dark clones, don't they? Do you know that
Yeah.
there's a dark clone of Peach?
Really?
In Mario and Luigi RPG 2, Partners in Time, there's an alien race called the Shroobs, and they're like creepy dark alien versions of toads basically, and their leader is Princess Shroob, which is just an evil alien version of Princess Peach.
It's like Nintendo's thing at this point.
Yeah, it kind of is, huh?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like of other dark counterparts in their series.
Wasn't there a Dark Sonic? Even though that's technically Sega, but it
Yeah, I mean there's like 3. There's Shadow, who became his ally. And then there's like Metal Sonic. Um and then Mecha Sonic is a different thing from Metal Sonic. But then there's also Infinite, which is basically just like, hey, what if Metal Sonic but future? Uh and then if you want to count it, there's fucking Werehog Sonic, which is his own dark thing. That's more like Jack and
I'm
Daxter Dark Side.
Oh, I love Jack and Daxter.
Jack and Daxter's really fun, and
I still
I,
play that. I
really,
was literally playing that yesterday.
were you seriously?
Yeah, I love Jack and Daxter.
Oh, okay. Well, shit, we should have been talking about Jack and Daxter.
Wasn't
Uh,
there a Dark Mega Man too?
e- which Mega Man?
Uh, I don't know much about him, but like the blue one. There was a dark
Oh my
version
god.
of him.
I meant which Mega Man? They're all blue.
Yeah, I have
Like
no clue. I don't know much about Mega Man.
you have the original Mega Man, who is a robot. Then you have Mega Man.exe, who is a computer program. Then you have Mega Man Star Force, who is a human merged with an alien. You have Mega Man X, which is a Reploid that is like another robot, but he's farther in the future than the original robot. You have Mega Man Legends, where he's like a treasure hunter. Like,
I think it's the first one.
um, he had like there was Proto Man, which was again kind of like a shadow type thing. Proto Man was the prototype to Mega Man, so he
Oh,
was his brother. But uh, he's more often actually like a loner ally than like a straight up enemy. I think when he first appeared, he was an enemy, but ever since then, he's been an ally. Um, there has. I know there was like a Shadow Mega Man. Like there was a dark version of Mega Man. Okay. Also in Mega Man.exe, or Mega Man Battle Network, uh, the sixth game in that series, the sixth and last one, is the Psy Beast games, where they were fighting giant, like at the conception of the internet, data formed into these giant monsters, two Psy Beasts. One's like a big hawk, one's like a big wolf. And depending on which version of the game you buy, uh, in order to contain it, Mega Man winds up absorbing that data into his own body. And so when you fight battles for the rest of the game, uh, if you play too recklessly, you actually undergo like a werewolf transformation and turn into like a side beast version of Mega Man, and he goes berserk and you lose control of him.
that's sick.
It's really fucking cool. Dude, not enough people have played the Battle Network games. They're so high quality. Like legitimately, especially for the era that they came out in. Like the
Mhm.
first one, it's pretty basic, but the first one I played was actually Battle Network 3, which like I hate that I went out of order, but I just that was the first one I had my hands on. I never heard about it before that. So they're really good. Uh I've played part of one. I've never actually finished it. I need to finish it. I have the emulator in front of me, so I need to play these games. But um, I played part of one. I played all of three. I played all of five. Uh, I specifically played Mega Man Battle Network 5 Double Team DS, which was both versions of five, because the gimmick of five is that you have a team of characters, and which team you're a part of depends on the version. One is Team Proto Man, because yeah, Proto Man also has a program, and protoman.exe is cool as fuck. And the other one is Team Colonel, which is like a Colonel is actually a character that first appeared in Mega Man X. So that was a fun draw. I guess to say what the difference is, the original Mega Man series took place in roughly modern times, like a couple decades in the future. But that was also back in the 80s, so
Mm.
you know. Um, so their thing was this guy, Dr. Light, made robots to I really shouldn't be doing this. I shouldn't be doing this on a Metroid episode. I should be doing this for a Mega Man episode.
Yeah, let's save it for a Mega Man episode.
Yeah, okay. Because I actually know a shit ton about Mega Man. This is bad. I fucked up, dude. I feel like there's gonna be people who like Metroid who are expecting me to have a lot to say about it, and then I wind up spending fucking 5 minutes talking about Mega Man. I'm sorry, guys. I am sorry. I just there's there's a genre of games called Metroidvania. Have you ever heard that term?
I've heard that like once.
Metroidvania is a term meant to describe games like Metroid and Castlevania, where it's heavily platforming and exploring maps that have a bunch of diverging pathways. so you got to figure out where everything is in relationship to each other, like what path takes you to what room, and what path from that room you go to get to this place. And there's also a shit ton of collectibles all over the place. And so it becomes a thing of like you have to go to one area of the map to get a collectible that you can use. Then you go back to another area of the map which was previously inaccessible. Well, now with this item you can access it, so you can go to this newer area. It's one of those. It's a lot of back and forth if you don't know what you're doing. And those can be fun. They're just not my kind of game. I've never really been into that too much. Uh, I get a lot of anxiety if I think that I'm missing something, or that I might be wasting time because I'm in an area just mindlessly killing enemies, getting no experience or anything of use, but when I should be in this other area getting this collectible. Like it it's not fun to me. It just makes me on edge. And as a result, I've never played a lot of the Metroid games. I As much shit as I was just talking about Jay not having heard of Metroid Dread, I never once was like, yeah, I should get Metroid Dread, just because again, my thing is I want to know a story in its entirety. If I was going to if I was going to play Metroid Dread, at the very least I would need to watch playthroughs or like cutscene collections on YouTube of the other games. And I just I feel like the only way you would find watching playthroughs of Metroid enjoyable is if you have already played the game, and especially if you're deep enough into the community, because then it's like they're the kind of game series that lends themselves very well to speed runs. So if you're into speed runs, that's great. But I'm not. And again, I like upon the realization of, oh wait, neither one of us knows much about Samus, about Metroid, part of me was like, we should do a different character because I don't want to do a disservice to this character. But at the same time, I put up the poll, and my my viewers, my listeners wanted to hear about Samus, and it's on me. I shouldn't have been so quick to put a character out there without confirming that one of us knew a decent amount about it. So I do apologize. This is my L. Um, and I think uh, to make up for it, uh, I should ask you, Jay. Um, Next time you and I do an episode, what character would you like to talk about? And this is your one chance that I'm going to say you have full permission, absolute authority to pick a character that I don't even know anything about. It can be anyone that you want to gush about.
That gives me a lot of options because there's a lot. Honestly, I would probably go with Jak and Daxter just for the fact that I don't really see anybody talking about Jak and Daxter, and it's like one of my favorite games.
All right.
Like
You know
it has
what?
like a small niche community, and that's about it.
Yeah. All right. You know what? Fair's fair. I dropped the ball on this episode. Again, listeners, if you were excited to listen to about Samus, I do apologize. But in exchange, I have given up my authority for our next video game episode. Look forward to probably a couple weeks from now when Jay gets to tell me all about Jak and Daxter, because even though I've played the game, I played like half of one of them once years ago, and uh, like I know about the precursors, and they have like eggs, and that's about it. I know Jak gets like a dark form in the second game, or if he gets older, like there's a time skip. That's about it. Like I played some Jak 2.
Can I talk about Jack and Daxter for a quick second just to try to entice other people to listening?
Sure.
Okay. So the first game's Jack and Daxter Precursor Legacy. It's kind of like well, it literally is just a platformer. I think it was a 90s game.
It was
Or
a very early 2000s, maybe 99, but it was also a precursor
yeah.
to Ratchet and Clank.
So in the time it was like a very in thing due to platformers.
Mhm.
Then Jack 2 came out and it got dark. Like very dark. Same with Jack 3. There are actually 4 games in the series. We don't talk about the 5th one.
I was gonna say it might be telling that the game I've played the most of is Daxter.
Oh, Daxter counts. I forgot about
Oh,
Daxter. I just haven't
oh,
played that because that was only on the PSP.
yeah, it was one of the only PSP games I had. What's the
We
one we don't talk about?
Jack and Daxter: The Lost Frontier, because that wasn't made by the same people that made the other games.
Oh, okay.
It's very different, and we don't talk about it.
Oh, okay.
We can talk about it. I just don't know much about it because I really don't like it, and a lot of the community hates it too.
Gotcha. All right, there you go. There's your teaser. So, next J episode, we're going to be talking about Jack and Daxter. Everyone, I'm sorry.
I'm
I,
sorry, I don't know anything about Metroid.
yeah, I already gave my reasons on why. Like, I sort of bumbled my way into this, and like, if you don't think that they're good enough excuses, I understand. Thankfully, there's only like 3 of you listening, so I know that there's definitely only 3 people that voted. So, if
I
you
voted for Commander Shepard.
you didn't vote at all,
I did. It showed me that I voted. Did
I
it
didn't
not
see
show
it.
up?
Let me double check. The
Well,
results that
that's,
I have are 2 votes for Samus and 1 vote for Mario, aka Good Wario.
well, that's stupid. For some
Yeah,
reason, it should. Oh well. Either way, I wouldn't have won.
yeah. So, um, I'll just say if you want to have more control over what actually happens on these polls, you got to join the Cape Corner Discord. Because on there, I will put up polls which will help dictate the flow of who we wind up talking about. Uh, and you can get in dumbass conversations with other dumbass people who I love very much. Uh, because most of the people who listen and who are joined know me personally. Uh, I don't know who that person is. So there might be one person on here that I don't know personally. Um, uh, you can also, you want to pay monthly. If anybody has any feedback for me, whether or not like there's any incentives that I should try offering that I could actually feasibly do, keep in mind I'm not rich at all. Um, then let me know. Uh, we did the ad break. Oh, you can follow me at Cape Corner on Twitter. You can find Jay at facebook.com/shitposter of America. If that's still the how the URLs work, I don't know. I don't use Facebook anymore. Um, you should get a Twitter.
I don't know.
Well, actually, never mind. I said that, and then it was like, no, you shouldn't get a Twitter. Be free, my son. You should just not. You should just not have a Facebook. Is what I meant.
My Facebook page is cool. I share a lot of funny shit and a lot of gay shit.
That's fine. Um, is that it? Oh,
That
I guess I should also say I just got done recording a Fandom Optimists episode. Uh, we were talking about the finale to Hawkeye.
I have yet to see that. I've literally watched every other episode, but I haven't watched the finale yet.
Oh yeah,
Is it
finale's
good?
pretty good. I liked it. It was really good.
It was a good
Um,
show, I can say that for sure.
yeah, it's very good. You know what? If you guys haven't seen Hawkeye, go watch Hawkeye. Uh, all right. With all that out of the way, I think we're about done. Do you have any closing thoughts?
Uh, that I technically lied and said there were 4 games. There's actually 5, including Daxter, just not the Precursor or the Lost Frontier.
Wait, so yeah, you said there was five.
Yeah, but I wasn't counting Daxter at first. Because there's Jack
Oh,
and Daxter, Jack 2, Jack 3, Jack X Combat Racing, and then Daxter.
oh, there's a racer too. Jesus Christ! All right.
Yeah. It's literally one of the only racing games I
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, everybody, I hope you all have a good day. Stay strong, stay true to yourselves, and remember, we can all be heroes.